Welcome back to the Mima. We hope you're all hanging in there and not drowning in the thought of inflation around the world. In our last video, we delved into the mysterious world of billionaires and how they manage to hang on to their cash like it's glued to their palms. Doesn't matter if your bank account is sporting a six-pack or just a cute little midget, there's something to learn from those fat cats up there. So grab your popcorn and get ready to learn, and maybe even question your life choices. The video is up here. Go check it out. Today, we're tackling what could easily be labeled as one of the most confounding conundrums of our time. Ever pondered why Africa, blessed with an abundance of natural resources, still finds itself entangled in the suffocating grip of poverty? It's a perplexing paradox that leaves us scratching our heads and tugging at our heartstrings. Welcome aboard as we embark on a profound exploration of the enigmatic phenomenon known as the African poverty paradox. Strap in, folks, because we're diving deep into the heart of the matter. This paradox refers to the stark contrast between Africa's vast wealth and natural resources and the severe poverty experienced by many of its citizens. The continent is a treasure trove of precious minerals, oil, and other resources, yet many of its people live in conditions that starkly contrast the richness of the land. This conundrum isn't just a matter of economics or resource management. It's a complex tapestry woven from threads of history, geopolitics, social structures, and leadership. And that's what we're here to explore today. Let's start with a fact. Africa is not poor, not by a long shot. It's a continent bursting with gold, diamonds, uranium, oil, you name it. A veritable cornucopia of wealth beneath the soil. And yet many of its citizens live on less than $1 a day. It's a jarring disconnect, one that raises more questions than answers. What role does leadership play in this scenario? How does corruption factor in? And most importantly, what can be done to reverse this trend? In this video, we'll be exploring these questions and more. We'll take a look at the factors that contribute to this paradox, from the role of African leaders to the impact of international policies. We'll also highlight some of the inspiring initiatives that are making a difference on the ground. But don't worry, this isn't a doom and gloom story. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, there are obstacles. But there's also hope, resilience, and a tireless drive for change. There's a new narrative being written, one of empowerment, progress, and transformation. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on an enlightening journey. A journey that might challenge your perceptions, provoke thought, and hopefully inspire action. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this paradox. How much does leadership play into this complex equation of poverty amidst wealth? This is a question that often lingers in our minds as we ponder the African poverty paradox. Leadership, or rather the lack of effective leadership, plays a pivotal role in the persistence of poverty. Across the African continent, there are instances where leadership has been marred by corruption, mismanagement, and an egregious disregard for the needs of the citizens. Consider this. Africa is a continent brimming with natural resources, yet many of its people live in abject poverty. This contradiction can be attributed in part to the mismanagement of these resources by those in power. Instead of using these resources to uplift the population, some leaders have exploited them for personal gain, leaving their citizens trapped in a cycle of poverty. Corruption is another significant issue that undermines progress. It creates a culture of impunity where those in power are not held accountable for their actions. This lack of accountability breeds inefficiency and stagnation, further entrenching poverty. Furthermore, the disregard for the needs of the citizens by some leaders has resulted in policies that do not address the root causes of poverty. Healthcare, education, and basic infrastructure, these are the areas that need urgent attention, yet they often take a backseat to political agendas. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some African leaders are making a positive difference. They are showing that with transparency, accountability, and a genuine desire to serve their people, it's possible to break the cycle of poverty. They are proving that leadership is not about power, but about responsibility. The responsibility to ensure that the wealth of Africa benefits all its people, not just a select few. So, as we delve deeper into the African poverty paradox, let's remember that leadership is a key piece of the puzzle. It can either perpetuate the cycle of poverty or break it, and it's up to us, the global community, to support those leaders who are striving for the latter. Let's highlight some of the positive strides in leadership and policymaking that are inching Africa towards a brighter future. Africa is not a land of unending despair. It's a continent brimming with possibilities and potential. Amid the myriad challenges, there are beacons of hope that shine brightly, illuminating the path towards progress and prosperity. Take a look at Rwanda, a nation that rose from the ashes of a devastating genocide to become a model of economic development and good governance. Its transformation is a testament to the power of visionary leadership and resilient citizenry. Then there's the story of Botswana. Despite being one of the world's poorest nations at independence, it has managed to turn its diamond wealth into sustained economic growth, showing the world that resource wealth can indeed translate into prosperity. In Ethiopia, we see the rise of grassroots movements pushing for social change, equality, and justice. From the Greenbelt movement in Kenya, which has planted over 51 million trees and empowered women, to the Ubuntu Train in South Africa, which provides free education and healthcare services to underserved communities, we see the power of people in action. Innovative policies are also playing a pivotal role. Consider Ghana's free senior high school policy, which has opened the doors of education to hundreds of thousands of students, or Uganda's universal primary education program, which has dramatically increased school enrollment rates. These examples underscore a growing momentum towards positive change. They are beacons of hope, showing that progress is possible, that poverty is not an inescapable destiny. Indeed, Africa is on the move. The winds of change are blowing, and they carry with them the promise of a brighter future. But we must not be complacent. These successes are not the end of the journey, but rather, they are the stepping stones towards a more prosperous and equitable Africa. These examples provide hope, but there's still much work to be done. If you've made it this far into the video, congratulations. You've earned yourself a virtual hug, complete with all the warm fuzzies and none of the awkwardness. Drop a comment down below to claim your well-deserved hug, because let's face it, you're basically a knowledge seeker. Oh, and while you're down there spreading the love, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button like it owes you money. Because subscribing and liking, it's like sprinkling magic internet dust that makes others to find this video just like you did. Trust us, you'll be doing them a favor. What are the steps that need to be taken to break the cycle of poverty and bring about sustainable development in Africa? To answer this, we must look at 5 crucial areas: accountability, transparency, empowerment, investment in education and healthcare, and economic diversification. Firstly, accountability. We must hold our leaders to account for their actions, ensuring that they not only speak of progress but also take tangible steps towards it. It's about asking the tough questions and demanding answers. Next, transparency. This goes hand in hand with accountability. We need open and honest governance, where resources are allocated fairly and with the best interests of the people at heart. Transparency is a powerful tool against corruption, and it's high time we wielded it more effectively. Thirdly, empowerment. This is about giving people the tools they need to lift themselves out of poverty. From providing access to microfinance, to supporting local businesses, to promoting gender equality, empowerment is a broad and multifaceted objective, and it's one we need to pursue relentlessly. Next, investment in education and healthcare. These 2 sectors are the bedrock of any thriving society. Education equips individuals with the skills they need to succeed, while good healthcare ensures that they have the physical well-being to make the most of those skills. Investing in these areas isn't just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. Finally, economic diversification. For too long, Africa has relied heavily on its natural resources, but a truly resilient economy is a diverse one. We need to tap into sectors like technology, manufacturing, and services, and create a more balanced and sustainable economic landscape. In conclusion, the path to sustainable development in Africa is multi-pronged. It requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders, governments, communities, and individuals alike. These are key to breaking the cycle of poverty and sparking sustainable development in Africa. Now that we understand the African poverty paradox, what can we do to help? This is a question that may be lingering in your mind, and rightly so. The answer is simple yet profound. We can learn more, get involved, and make a difference. Knowledge, they say, is power. By educating ourselves about the complexities of the African poverty paradox, we are already contributing to the solution. Read about Africa's rich history, its struggles, and its triumphs. Understand the factors that contribute to the paradox, the interplay of resources, leadership, and global economic dynamics. But don't stop at knowledge. Use it as a springboard for action. Getting involved could take many forms, each as important as the other. You could lend your voice to the cause, amplifying the message and drawing attention to the issue. Social media platforms provide a powerful medium for this. Consider supporting grassroots movements that are working tirelessly to uplift their communities. These organizations often operate on the front lines of poverty, providing essential services and advocating for change. Your support could be financial, or it could be through volunteering your time and skills. And then there's policy advocacy. Encourage your local and international representatives to prioritize policies that promote sustainable development in Africa. This could range from fair trade policies, debt relief, to direct investment in sectors like education and healthcare. Moreover, foster conversations about the African poverty paradox within your circles. Create awareness about the role of leadership in perpetuating or alleviating poverty. Advocate for transparency and accountability in governance. Remember, every action counts. Every tweet, every dollar donated, every conversation sparked. They all add up. They all contribute to the collective effort to unravel and ultimately solve the African poverty paradox. So let's not just be passive observers. Let's be active participants in this global narrative. Let's be part of the change we want to see. Together, we can play a part in creating a brighter future for Africa. Let that not just be a statement, but a call to action that resonates within us all. Because in the end, the story of Africa is our story too. A shared journey towards a world where prosperity is not a paradox, but a reality for all. Hey there, thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end and being an absolute legend for supporting our channel. You rock. Now mark your calendars, because every Friday evening we're dropping a new episode that's hotter than a jalapeno in a sauna. Trust us, you won't want to miss it. And hey, if you're itching for some daily doses of wisdom and life-changing tips, don't forget to check out our YouTube shorts. They're like little nuggets of inspiration, self-improvement tips, and wealth creation knowledge, served up fresh every day. It's like your daily vitamin, but way more fun. See you there!